FragPunk developers have asked you, the community, to create your own cards. And that may have been like asking a 5-year-old to do algebra. Hey guys, Nightfall here, and if you missed the news back on March 7th, FragPunk launched an event for fans to create their own shard card ideas and submit them into the event for a potential chance to get them put into the game. Well, even back then when I saw it, I was skeptical about what abominations we would come up with, and well, knowing some of the people in the FragPunk community, it was bound to go down a path that I'm sure the developers were not expecting. But out of those abominations, I'm sure there are some really good ideas. And FragPunk picked 10 of those cards that they thought were, I guess, good ideas to showcase in a recent tweet. Keep in mind that these are not final and they're not necessarily coming to the game. These are just some fan suggestions that they picked to give everybody an idea of what they've received so far. Not to say that these won't make it into the game, which I honestly hope that a majority of these don't, but we'll talk about that in a second. If we look over to their official contest page, we can see it runs from March 7th through June 7th. They want you to have the shard card name, the description of what it does, an effect demonstration, not sure how they really want us to do that, and then also the art design. So for all of you graphic artists out there, now's your time to shine. But in the actual submission form, the demonstration portion is optional and you don't need a picture, you can just describe how you want it to look, which is what most of these submissions ended up doing as they don't have pictures. So with this event, you can get up to 10 submissions of your own and you have until May 7th to get those in. And then from May 7th to June 7th, they will do a preliminary selection, have players vote on submissions that remain, and the top 5 will theoretically be put into the game. Everyone who at least participates will get an exclusive custom sticker reward on or around May 7th once the preliminary selection has been finalized. If you're one of those top 5 creators that were picked, you will receive money, a wireless gaming mouse, and a custom designed card with your own signature. So I highly recommend you all participate, and if you don't want to participate, maybe swing by my live stream one time and help me come up with cards to submit on my own, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on this entire event. With that being said, please don't sniff a line or trip on acid and then go to come up with these suggestions. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the 10 cards that they did showcase and see if they are works of art that belong on the fridge, or if we're telling them, good boy Timmy, go get ready for bed, and tossing that shit in the trash, never to see the light of day again. So the very first card is called Heads and Toes, and this card will ultimately shift the headshot multiplier to your feet instead of your head. So now it's a foot shot multiplier. Not a wow idea, but certainly not the worst I've seen. And I can actually see this making it into the game, and it's even got card art that makes it look like it's already in the game. So I'm gonna say we throw this one on the fridge. Weird idea, but it could definitely work. The next card submission was Trojan Horse, and they say this card would let you hide inside the converter. What the fuck are you smoking? Absolutely the fuck not. Now, if you kept the name and said you disguise yourself as someone from the enemy team, I'd be all for it. But hiding in a converter is just ridiculous. So this one in its current state goes in the trash, but it has some potential. The next card is Mouse Attack, and when I first read this, I thought it applied to only mouse and keyboard players, which would make me so very happy, but that wouldn't really be fair. So this card would just shrink your team, I guess, to mice size and put you at 100 HP and give you increased speed and jump. I am worried that the increased jump would just get you as high as you were before, seeing as how you're now shorter. But overall, this just seems like a worse mass cheetah card with a tiny benefit of being harder to hit, but you also have less HP. I like where their head is at with this, but it could use some tweaking, so this one, sorry to say, goes in the trash. The next card is Prop Hunt, and this would let you crouch for 10 seconds to turn into a breakable prop. Honestly, I would much rather just have Prop Hunt as a game mode come added to the game, but I can definitely see this card being fun to use in Shard Clash. So this one we'll put on the fridge. Next up, we have Pighead, and this is where we just start to dive into ridiculousness. Enemies become pigs, no guns, just a charge attack, straight to the trash, no questions asked. Like what are we even talking about, guys? Come on. Next card is Skip Leg Day, and this card will make enemies crouch and jump every 10 seconds. This is a similar concept to Itchy Trigger in that it could just make the enemy do something that they don't necessarily want to do every so often. I do see how this could rarely benefit the enemy team, same as Itchy Trigger. You just get those random lucky headshots because you were walking around a corner didn't think an enemy was there and your gun just fires because this card's going off, but those are very rare scenarios. And if you're the enemy team dealing with this, it's just annoying. I do think we should drop that down to every 5 seconds, just like Itchy Triggers is, but this one is a good idea, and I think we can add this one to the fridge as well. The next card is Foul Play, and the second out of 3 on this list with an actual card art. And let me tell you, this shit just looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It looks like it's called the Bionic Chicken or something. But anyway, this card would let you choose one person from the enemy team to perform the chicken dance, making them unable to attack or use abilities with a chance to trip. No idea what they mean by a chance to trip, but again, I like the base idea. This card would need a time limit, and it would probably need to be something you activate during the round as opposed to at the start. But really, getting to see someone do the chicken dance in a game would be hilarious, and I'll say that this is something they probably shouldn't put in ranked if this card was to come to the game. But I do like this idea, and I think we'll throw this one on the fridge. Next card is something straight out of a fucking nightmare. It's called Teeth Happy Bun. If that's not the worst Chinese to English translation you've ever seen, I don't know what is. But this card would make all teammates become these aforementioned happy buns. No weapons, your only attack is biting with your teeth, and you have 300 health, and you regain that health when you kill an enemy. This right here is exactly what I was referring to earlier when I said don't take acid before submitting your idea. This one doesn't even deserve the trash can out of fear that it would fucking bite the other cards. This one should just be cremated and then buried 12 feet under the earth. Next card, please. This one is free to play. Players who have only the free battle pass for the current season get to deal 10% more damage and take 10% less damage. So kind of the opposite of pay to win, more like free to win. Don't like it, not a fan, not because I'm someone who buys the battle pass, but that's just as dumb as making a card that had it to where people with the premium battle pass had these effects. Not a great card, not good for balancing, just we gotta put this one in the trash. And then the final card is called Upbeat Unloading. This would play songs or beats during the game, and attacking on beat would deal extra damage and heals you, but attacking off beat deals less damage. I absolutely hate those beat kind of games. I don't even know the actual term for those games. I'm sure there is one, but no, just no. This game relies way too heavily on sound, and adding unnecessary music playing in the background mid-match would just be chaos. Not to mention trying to implement the strategy you're trying to do, and doing that on beat is just way too annoying to even attempt. So sadly, but also not sadly, this one is going to go in the trash as well. And that leaves us with 4 out of 10 cards that were good enough ideas to land on our fridge. Not terrible. I'm sure the community can and will do way better though. But now I'm starting to wonder, did they take away aim assist on purpose so that we can get an aim assist card? Who knows? Get your submissions in. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Maybe share it with your friends, and I'll catch you in the next one.